Hey there, folks. So I'm here in beautiful downtown Portland, Oregon. It is Thursday, and there are already images of the fascist right-wing nut jobs arriving here in Portland. So, in case you didn't know, the fascist right wing of the United States citizenry are organizing a hate march here in Portland. They want to kill people, and especially they want to kill Antifa. They want to kill the people who are against fascism. And what's happening right now is the city is on edge. There are citizens groups all across town that are organizing to try and figure out, what do you do when a group of extremist hate mongers come to your town? It's really hard to figure out how to cope with that. Because, you know, if you're like me, then you think free speech is important, and you want people to be able to speak their minds and hold whatever opinion they want to hold. Sadly, though, these extremists, they're here to kill people. They have proclaimed it on multiple groups on Facebook, Discord, 8chan, all over the internet. These extremist right-wing nut jobs are talking about their desire to kill people, and they're coming here to Portland, Oregon, because we have a bunch of progressives here. We have people who are dedicated to making a better society through inclusiveness of all races, genders, religions, or social castes. But the people on the far right, the extremist, violent people, they're planning to come here with weapons and do what they like to do, which is harm minorities. This week, already here in Portland, we've had threatened firebombs. There were 2 different people who had firebombs left in their front yards by an extremist right-wing nut job. And, you know, it's really hard to prepare for this. It's really, really hard to prepare for this, because you have to remember that in Portland, the police bureau has been already found to collude with the Nazis. Okay? You have to remember that the Portland Police Bureau has an agenda that includes harming people of color, harming minorities, and harming basically anyone who doesn't fit into their heterosexual, white, Christian belief system. And so what's happening in Portland is people are scared. There are a lot of scared people here. They're going to close down something like 9 Starbucks here in downtown Portland because they're afraid that the people who are violent might turn to property destruction. It's a high likelihood that the people who are going to come here from around the country with violence in their heart will turn to property destruction in order to harm our city that they aren't from. They're not from here. They're just going to come here, try and kill people, and try and hurt our city because they don't like the face of progressives. They don't like that we have free. They hate us because we're free is what they actually do. They hate our freedom. And so they're going to come here with their hatred and try and ruin our freedom with violence. And, you know, the mayor of town and the police chief in town, they're not here for the people. They're here for corporations. They don't give 2 flying about the people and the citizenry of this town. What the politicians and law enforcement care about is money. They're here to protect the corporate class. They're not here to protect the citizens. They're here to profit their municipality off of the citizenry. And, you know, these extremists who have violence in their heart, they're coming here to engage in violence. And do you think the city is going to stop the extremists from coming and destroying our town and, you know, harming people? No. if they wanted to, if it's what the city wanted to do, they could figure out where these extremists are hiding out. They could figure out which hotel rooms the violence mongers are staying in and try and shut them down. There's already pictures of the hate groups here in Portland. They're already here. They're posting selfies inside of our city, getting ready to kill people. Now, if you haven't opened your eyes to the fact that we're in a civil war yet, you really need to wake up to what's going on. Because what's going on is the city of Portland is about to be under attack by fascists, right-wing Nazis. You know, these are the people who fly Confederate flags. These are the people who believe that we should dehydrate small children to death in concentration camps. You know, these are the people who plot violence against the LGBTQ community. They plot violence against the Latino community, and they carry out violent attacks against all kinds of people. Like, this isn't even a debate. This is, you can do the please do the research, and what you'll find is these hate groups, they carry out murder. They're already known for murdering people. They murder people. And they're coming here to Portland to perpetrate their acts of violence against minorities, non-Christians, and non-heterosexual white males. I hate to put it that way, but just to be perfectly frank, these hate-filled, ignorant people are coming to our town to try and kill people. And by and large, the city government, they're not doing anything about it. They're not doing anything about it. And if you go and look at the videos that I have posted from previous events like this, the police protect the murderers. The police stand with their backs to the fascist right-wing nut jobs and protect the murderers. There's no two ways about it. They protect the people who come here to kill other people. And then, who do they arrest? They arrest the folks who are from this city that are trying to protect this city from hate mongers. That's who ends up going to jail, is the anti-fascists, because Portland Police Bureau is full of fascist, right-wing nut jobs that are hate-filled and violent. So of course they go after the people who aren't like them. Of course they do. And, you know, for the city of Portland to continue paying the Portland Police Bureau, despite the fact that they're violent, racist criminals, it's been proven in Department of Justice investigations that the Portland Police Bureau are racists. They are racists. They enforce their laws in a discriminatory manner, and it's been proven. So while we have a bigoted, racist police department in control, we can't expect the anti-fascists to receive equal protection under the law, because the police are racist bastards. They're frickin' racists. And you know what? I hope the Portland Police Bureau is watching this, because you guys need to figure out some stuff. You really need to figure out some stuff to do with your bigots inside of your department. It's messed up. So, you know, what's going on here in Portland already what's going on here in Portland is that there are racists and bigots killing people, okay? I can't make this clear enough. There are already racists and bigoted, hate-filled people killing other people in Portland. So, you know, when I say there's a civil war coming, for the people who are already dead, the Civil War is here. There are casualties in it. They have already died. You know, Heather Heyer was run over by hate mongers. She was run over and killed by the very same people who are coming here to do it again. And you know what? There's no two ways about it. They're here. Just show you this right quick as proof positive of what I'm saying. These are the right-wing fascist hate mongers already in Portland. Those are gang signs. And you know, to me, it's not controversial. It's not controversial that the people who have already murdered people in the streets want to murder more people in the streets. That's why they're coming to our town, is because they want to kill people. They especially want to kill anti-fascists. They want to kill LGBTQIA people. They want to kill Latino people and people of color. That's the agenda of the fascist right. They're launching a civil war. And for the city of Portland to react with kids' gloves towards violent, fascist, right-wing nut jobs, it's a perfect example of how government fosters hatred and holds a space for murderers. The city holds a space for murderers. And it needs to be spoken of in these terms, because there's a high likelihood that someone could die here tomorrow or on Saturday. There's a high likelihood someone could die here tonight because the right-wing nut jobs are in Portland killing people. They're already in Portland killing people. They put firebombs at people's house. They murder people in the streets. They follow the LGBT community around and attack them while they're walking home from work, while they're at a show, while they're at a bar. The right-wing nut jobs are here in Portland killing people already, okay? So for the city to not react in an extreme manner to what is clearly a violent threat to the citizens of Portland is neglect at best and complicity at worst. And there is complicity between the Portland Police Bureau and the Proud Boys. It's proven. It's not even a matter of question. It is evidenced in the record that the Portland Police Bureau collaborates with the Proud Boys. So, you know, it's gonna get ugly. It's going to get ugly in Portland. And for me, I can't stand by and pretend like this isn't important. This is really important. People should be out here in the streets standing up against murderers. But, you know, what will happen, there'll probably be like a few hundred anti-fascists who come out to stand up against the murderers. And the people who are out here that regularly kill other people that they don't agree with, they will go largely unopposed by the city of Portland. Because people would rather be comfortable, isolated in their own little bubble than stand up against folks who come out in the street to murder other people. And you know, if you're watching this from Portland, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but if you tolerate racism, if you tolerate bigotry, if you tolerate sexism and religious intolerance, if you stand by while people are being killed in your city, what does that say about you? Okay? What does that say about you? Because all of us need to take a look in the mirror and decide if we're the people who let murderers march in our streets, if we're the people who let ethnic cleansers march in our streets, if we're the people who let fascist, right-wing nut jobs march in our streets, are we those people? Because that's what's coming to Portland. And if we stand by for it, it's going to embolden them. And they're going to come out again and again. And in the nighttime, they kill people here. The hate-filled people follow people home from work and kill them in Portland. You guys don't understand this because you might not have it in your city, but they are threatening firebombs on people. They're murdering people in the street. And believe me when I tell you, the Portland Police Bureau is complicit. They are complicit. They could do something about it, but they decide not to. So, you know, I'm a little bit wound up, and I feel like it's important to talk about this stuff. It's really, really important to talk about this stuff, because if we don't talk about it, if it keeps happening and nobody says anything, then we're just as bad as the silent majority in Germany. We are that silent majority right now. Right now, in this moment, there are more people who are willing to stand by silently and watch ethnic cleansing happen than there are people who are willing to stand up against fascism. So as we become a more fascist country, we have to remember our part in it. We have to own our part in the silent complicity that's allowing this to happen. And if you're not part of the silent majority, if you're part of the people who want to stand up against violent, racist, sexist, bigoted murderers, well, come on down Saturday, because that's what we're gonna be doing. And we need all the people to come down and show that's what they believe in. Otherwise, you know, the hate-filled people are gonna continue doing what they're already doing. So anyway, I do appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. I hope you have a great rest of your day out there, and I will talk with you again very soon.